We are declaring with immediate effect corruption as a national security threat, and I direct that all security agencies, the Ethics Anti-Corruption Commission, the Asset Recovery Agency, and the Financial Reporting Center to take cognizance of this.
President Uhuru Kenyatta, in his address to the nation today, would renew the fight against social evils, abuse of office, fraud, bribery and wastage, declaring a fresh approach that also seeks to inculcate national values.
We will also take this opportunity to urge the religious leaders in our country to declare corruption a sin against God and humanity.
The president unveiled a raft of measures to fight graft both in the public and private sector after he received a report on measures to tackle graft and a proposed bribery bill by the private sector at State House, Nairobi.
There is an inadequacy of legislation for dealing with private sector corruption. Most of the legislation is focused on public sector.
To begin with is the nomination of anti-graft body EACC's chair and commissioners.
And I have transmitted their names to the National Assembly for vetting.
The president also froze any increase of taxes in the next financial year, 2016-2017, unless with valid reasons.
I am of the mind, fellow Kenyans, that we in government should take better care of your money before we ask you for your taxes.
The gravy train from foreign trips has also ground to a halt with the introduction of a travel wallet card for government officials. And to prevent crooks from using banks to launder theft and fraud proceeds, bank directors and senior officials will be held to account in such occurrences.
We have agreed that those banks that break our anti-money laundering laws and regulations will, at a minimum, lose their banking license.
With frequent accusations that the judiciary has been frustrating the war against corruption, Chief Justice Dr. Willy Mutunga gave the president his word.
Set up special corruption courts, and we're going to vet those particular magistrates and the judges.
And he has also assured all of us that he will be making every effort to ensure the speedy setting up of a division of the High Court on corruption and economic crimes.
Companies that will want to work with government will now have to sign approved business code of ethics, as businesses that fail to comply with the code will effectively face a 5-year disqualification from transacting with government.
And for clarity, we have said that this disqualification will not only apply to the business entity, but also to the directors of those companies.
The head of state expressed his dissatisfaction with the implementation of policies already in place, which he attributes partly to poor coordination and red tape involved in implementing the constitution. To this end, State House Chief of Staff Joseph Kenywa has his work cut out.
For this reason, and from now henceforth, the head of public service will be reporting to me on a weekly basis on progress in implementing the measures that we have announced today.
Corruption has proved to undoubtedly be one of President Uhuru Kenyatta's biggest headaches, but his declaration today will only put to question whether indeed all public and private entities will come together and join this fight against graft. Jackie Maribe, Monday Special, Nairobi.